Hey, hello guys. Today we are going to be solving this problem apple and orange from HackerRank. It's a easy difficulty problem. So in this problem, there's this guy called Sam, and his house is in a one-dimensional world. And as you know, in a one-dimensional plane, or actually a one-dimensional system, there will be only one axis, and let's say that axis here is the x-axis, and they have said that Sam's house starts from the point S and ends at the point T on the x-axis. So his house basically spans from S to T, and both S and T are inclusive. And there are also two trees close to Sam's house. One tree is an apple tree, and another tree is an orange tree. The apple tree is at the point A on the x-axis, and the orange tree is at the point B on the x-axis. So, and they'll be giving us two arrays, one array for the apple tree and another array for the orange tree. And in each array, the array elements represent the distance from which the tree, or actually the fruit, falls from that tree of origin. For example, uh, if let's consider this case or this example which they have given us. So there are two arrays, one which is named apples and another which is named oranges. So let's consider this apples case. So this array basically is for the apple tree, and the array elements represent the distance d, or not d, they have specifically mentioned the distance itself. So the array elements represent the distance at which they have fallen from the apple tree. For example, the first apple has fallen at a distance of 2 units from the apple tree, and the second apple has fallen at a distance of 3 units from the apple tree. So where they would have landed, to find where they would have landed, we just can add the tree's position, which in this case is A, or actually they have given A2. So this is a specific example. So in this case A is 4, so the apple tree is at the point 4 on the x-axis. So the first apple would have fallen at a distance of 6 units or at the point 6, since it has fallen at a distance of 2 units from the x-axis, or actually 2 units from the apple tree. And since we know that the apple tree is at the point 4, we can simply add the distance to the position of the apple tree, and finally we'll be having the position at which the fruit has fallen on the ground, or oh, yeah, ground. So, and what we need to do here is find the number of apples as well as the number of oranges that have fallen within Sam's house, or within the range of S to T. So let's start the code, and we can initially set a counter to keep track of the number of apples as well as the number of oranges that fall within Sam's house. So let's start by initializing two variables. And initially we can set these two variables to 0, and then we can start iterating through the array. And we need to iterate through each of the arrays separately. So first let's iterate through the apple array, or the first array. During each iteration, what we can do is, as I said earlier, we can add that unit or add that distance to the position of the apple tree, and then we can check if that point, and if you do that, what we'll get is a point at which the fruit has fallen from on the x-axis or on the ground. So we can check if that point, since we have got that point, we can check if that lies within the range of S, or actually is greater than S and is lesser than or equal to T, since both S and T are included. So Sam's house starts from S and ends at T. So we check if that point at which the fruit has fallen is within this range. So if it is in this range, we can increment the respective counter by 1. So in this case, since we are iterating through the apple array, we can increment the apples count by 1. And similarly, we can basically copy this code, since it's the same for the orange as well. We can just change these apples to oranges. And oranges fall at a distance of sorry, the orange trees are at the point B. So instead of A, we'll be using point B to add to that array element. And in this case, if it lies within the range of Sam's house, we can increment the orange count by 1. And finally, after the iteration of both the arrays, we will be having the number of apples as well as the number of oranges that have fallen within Sam's house in these two variables, apples count and oranges count. Now we need to print them both on two separate lines. We include a new line and then print the number of oranges that have fallen within Sam's house. Now this should work fine. Okay, good. Let's submit the code. Okay, that was good. So what we have done here is created two variables to keep track of the number of apples as well as the number of oranges that fall within Sam's house. Then we start iterating through the array, and basically we'll be having two arrays like this. So during each iteration, and since we know that the array elements represent the distance from which the fruit lands from its tree of origin, so we basically add the tree's position to its distance so that we finally get the position at which the tree has landed on the ground, and we check that if it's within this range of S2T, which is Sam's house, which is the range of Sam's house. And we just do that for each of the element by iterating through the array, and finally we'll print the count on the new line. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.